Hey everybody, I'm here to talk about the attack on Paul Pelosi. I have to admit, at first I didn't care. I didn't care. Because I already knew what the story, the narrative was going to be. So there was no use in me getting into it until I heard mention a couple of days ago that he was some type of nudist and free spirit. And I was like, oh crap. Does this mean they're going to be raiding naturist retreats and hippie retreats out in the cops or the FBI is going to be raiding these places, trying to find his connections to far right conspiracies? And over the last 24 hours, that's exactly what they've already done. They haven't raided anything, but the media has already started the full court press of who this guy really is. Supposedly, he was never a sane person from the get-go. I've looked up 3 or 4 different articles about this guy, and they all say the same thing. That he was raised in a loving family, grew up, moved to California at some point 20 years ago, and then just fell off the rails. And then in the last 2 or 3 years, after some time, he started writing in a blog and making posts online. There's no mention of him ever having a job, of him having consistent residency, anything other than this last article I read on Yahoo of all places, saying, well, he lived with this group of people and he was making online posts. They suddenly find this guy's daughter, and the daughter says, oh yes, he's slowly been getting into conspiracy theories, and he's been wandering around, and he's kind of sort of homeless. Talked to his parents, and we hadn't had contact with him in years. We don't know what he's doing, and we don't want to talk to you. Go away. So the story is so as you read each one of the stories, it's all the exact same thing. Yahoo especially does this tactic that I've seen done in the media before. And when I was a student of journalism, this is something they told us to do. You claim you have information from other sources that are more reputable than yourself. Oh, we found a Times reporter, or we found this person. We found someone close to the investigation. We found people who know this man, who said that this is what he did. This guy didn't exist until about 4 days ago. And yet, within less than 4 days, they have found out his life history, his posting history online, his levels of employment, how many children he has, whether he's been married or not, everything. And the only thing notable about this guy is that he is something of a nudist, and he did nude protesting at one point. In other words, there was a protest for something going on out in San Francisco. He's walking around naked protesting. That's attention grabbing. That's not real protesting. You're just walking around buck naked trying to get attention. Maybe for your cause, but everybody ends up paying attention to you. So it's self-serving narcissism in its own way. What irks me so much about this is, for one, I was worried, naturism was going to get a bad rap. Nudism was going to get a bad rap. Thankfully, it won't. But at the exact same time, and I want everyone who watches this video to watch how this steadily goes. They're already at the full court press, where they're already saying that right-wing people made him do it by saying, well, he started looking up memes online. Now, this is what I want to say. This is worse than the soft bigotry of low expectations, especially with those on the left. This is quite literally that there is no evil and there is no wrong in a person. People just do bad things and it's someone else's fault. It's blame shifting, it's projection, especially on a political level. If somebody does a bad thing, it's not really their fault. Some mysterious force, referred to as left wing or right wing, made them somehow go out and do this act of violence. How? So I look up Pepe the Frog, and I type in Pepe the Frog on Google, and I look it up, and I see Pepe the Frog. Then I'm going to want to go out and do what? I just looked at a picture. Is it somehow magically going to warp my mind and make me go do things? If you read the articles about this guy's history, he obviously wasn't very sane to begin with, but that doesn't mean that his insanity can be blamed on Pepe or right-wing memes or Donald Trump, which is where this all really goes back to. You can blame 4chan and all the right-wing memes all you want, but where you're trying to get as a leftist and a leftist journo is into the realm of the conspiracy theory made this person go out and do something crazy or violent or wrong. So then it's not that crazy person's fault. It's nobody's fault other than the memes and Donald Trump. I mean, it puts the image in your head that somehow Donald Trump is lurking. He has his hand is out, going around, and somehow it will reach out and grab the shoulder of this person, and then it will start talking to him. Go and hurt someone. Oh, that abortion clinic. Go do something bad. That doesn't happen. It's never happened in all of human history. But this is how these people think. This is the insanity. Just as insane as the person going out and shooting up a school for no good reason because he hears voices or whatever, it is just as insane to assume that conspiracy theories written online or in books or on little scraps of paper are somehow going to lead a person or groups of people into acts of violence against another group of people or a person. But this is what they do, folks. This is what they do. You have no agency. Everything you do is led to you by memes, television, music. Whether you're insane, partially insane, or just depressed for a moment, or in a good mood, somehow everything's going right for you in life. But you start looking at memes online, left wing or right wing, you're going to go down a dark path where you'll suddenly want to go kill people. I mean, it's such insanity. And this has been going on and getting worse and worse every year for the last 10, 15 years. I'm sick of it, honestly. I'm sick of it. Just blame the person. And if the person is really crazy, then just say, well, they were crazy. And in a fit of insanity, they went out and did this thing, which was bad, which was wrong, which was evil. Just say it. It doesn't have to be left-wing or right-wing. Sometimes evil is just evil. Wrong is just wrong. Sometimes a person is just crazy. But this bullshit of how can we shift this over to make it look like somebody on 4chan wheedled their way into this guy's brain and made him go attack Paul Pelosi. It's so fucking stupid. And to make matters worse, now online, left-wing and right-wing, whenever you're discussing a certain topic, you have to put in caveats, air-quoted words, and stuff like that. Like, in Minecraft, follow the rules and laws of your municipality. I'm not telling you to go do that, guys. In fact, don't do that. And that left-wing and right-wing pundits online are having to do this. Because they don't want to be blamed if some crazy person happens to watch one of their videos. And then here comes the FBI or the police. Oh, we found that he was watching Shatterhand's video, and Shatterhand mentioned this, and that made him go out and do things. Oh, he was watching Sticks. He was watching Hard Bastard. He was watching Razor Fist. Sargon, Aiden Paladin, they all mentioned this, and that must have made him go crazy. So no, then all of these people I just aforementioned have to put in some caveat that makes sure that YouTube or the general public doesn't think that they're advocating for you to go out and do something violent. Why? I mean, I'm pretty sure the general public knows better by now. So then, who needs these air quote warnings and these caveats? If the general public knows that watching a video isn't going to make you crazy, if the general public knows that seeing a meme isn't going to turn you into a right-wing, white supremacist hate monger, if the general public knows all this, then why do we have to have all these warnings in videos and in media? For the sake of the media and the police and the FBI. In other words, they're idiots. They're the idiots. That's right. They are the idiots. We have to put in all these caveats to protect our image and ourselves from law enforcement and the media because they're such idiots. They believe their own bullshit hype. They literally believe their own bullshit hype. Now that's fucking scary. I don't care what anyone says, that's fucking scary. Some guy on the internet has to put everything in quotes or in caveats or some pithy meme so that the media doesn't run around assuming that you told them to go do something, told some crazy person to go do something, or some person in general. Media and law enforcement, y'all need to check yourselves, because it ain't the crazy people out here who's crazy, it's apparently you. And also lacking in quite the level of intelligence. Oh well. Not much else I can say. At least I haven't raided any naturist retreats just yet. Although, give them enough time, they might go ahead and do that. All right, everybody take care.